gotta show me my position. It is only fair that you should let me know. You should let me know how you feel about me, so I have had enough of your coming. I am dying for your loving. I am calling you only, 'cause you stole my heart away. Plus I give all my life to you, and I put all my hope on you. If you really, really love me so, and baby, you should let me know. If I was only you, I'd let you know I love you so. That is not the way that this story should go.
I am calling you Ole. Trace is a lie.
Loving somebody and somebody loves you back. Yeah.
Oh,
and it feels good. Needing somebody, and somebody needs you back.
Needs me back. Yo, you need us back,
baby girl,
right
you're
here
by
on
so you got everything else under control.
Today. Only on Today 95.1 FM. It is the one and only Radio Majesty.
And I am the coolest kid on the radio, the guy you just have to love. You can call me Trace. Yeah.
Ifeami Andrew.
Ole. Yeah, I'm also Ifeami Andrew. Like, for those who don't know, but for the purpose of this show, like, keep it at Trace. We're cool.
Trace. Anyways, it is our Throwback Thursday, and we decided to straight a little back to Face. When did he do that song, Sept?
That song was actually in, I don't want to miss this, please. I don't want to F this up. It was 2006, 2007.
Okay, and that was actually the remix.
We just played the remix.
Vector.
Was it Vector? I think it was Vector.
Yeah.
But the original song was a freestyle. The original song, Ole, was Two-Face and freestyle.
Okay, so just in case you do not know, Two-Face is actually born in Jos Plateau State. And yeah, we all know him as Tubaba. He is a singer-songwriter, a producer, and the husband to Annie Dibia.
And father to plenty children.
Hey, Jesus.
It's a good thing to have plenty kids.
I didn't want to mention.
It's a blessing.
I didn't want to mention.
Somebody said there's a difference between I get belly and I'm pregnant. Y'all know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. But then we'll be playing a little game on the show, and in the evening we'll win recharge card. But then you have to call us up and tell us which of Two-Face's song is your favorite song. Mind you, yesterday was his birthday, and we couldn't really, shower him lots of praises because we had like 4 staffs. About 3 of them were celebrating their birthdays yesterday, so we needed to shower our own staff.
But by the way, before we jump on the Two-Face, Obaka Tokubo just left here. Today's his birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday. Is he still around? Because he needs to give us cake now.
Yeah, I don't think he's around. But Annie was telling to go to presidential to celebrate the birthday.
We'll tag along.
That's the best we can do.
So you might as well sing along, any of your song that is, any of Two-Face's song that is your favorite. You might, call us up and then sing the song for us. But then quickly, I saw this video of Davido's sister, asking people to stop sending her DMs, that she is not Davido's PRO or DMW's PRO. They shouldn't be sending her messages. Like, she should link them up with Davido.
What does she expect to happen?
And, she has nothing to do with music.
The only way to get to a man 2 ways, family and family. I'll explain. Family, like direct family line, or family like wife, or close people who've turned family members. So if I can't get to Davido through his girlfriend, I'll just try to get to
the sister.
Exactly the point. Somebody has to link me up. So I think it's something she should get used to. Stop crying, baby.
And she said it's been going on for a while, that maybe because the whole wedding thing is coming up.
It will still go on forever. Let her calm down. So
she just needed to clear the air. And someone also clearing the air is Young Sis. I had to go check out the video when you told me about it. That he's been accused of, he's pressing charges anyways. He's been accused of, they said he stole or something, and he said he just got out of jail, and they accused him for stealing, and now he said was wrongly accused by Case Jewelers. Spent the last few hours wondering if I was gonna be another innocent black man F by the system. I'm going to be pressing charges for racial profiling. Black Lives Matter. Jealous. He talked about his song that is coming up. But I read a few comments saying that he shouldn't have, talk about this right now based on what's happening in the country. And I'm like, what's happening
in the country?
Exactly. I'm like, what is happening? This is him picking up because this, like you said yesterday, when we were talking about R. Kelly, and you said there are lots of black people that have actually, gone through the same phase that R. Kelly is going through. And maybe this is something he was just fighting against, for you to be in jail for like how many? 24 hours? A day, right?
A day.
A day.
And then you should have, they should be charging you to court, like at most 24 hours. If they're holding you for 24 hours, beyond 24 hours, then they should be charging you to court and should have your lawyer and evidence and whatever. Otherwise, they should let you go.
Well, they gave him back his properties, and
which means that they didn't get any evidence and he's clean, so they let him go.
That's why he said he's filing, like he wants to sue them now for accusing him.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I think when they see the moment it's like you're in Nigeria, you're somewhere, you say you're from Warri. There's just that like a Warri guy. If something gets missing in the mix, they look at the Warri guy first, like. Or while I was serving, like the military officers around, like, where are you from? Bayelsa. Militant. And then when they hear that you're schooled in Uniport, you're from Bayelsa State, you stayed in Warri. No. You are, they have the idea that you're from you stayed in Port Harcourt. You're from Bayelsa, and then you no. Like I think that's the idea. So in America, it's difficult to look at you with if you're a black person, it's difficult to look at you with the proper eyes of the law. They first of all have this assumption when they see you, like, no. Like, so you don't really get to go through the due process adequately because some people already have the idea that it's possible that you did this.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things.
All right, so it's time to move into our throwback. We have like 4 questions. You need to call us and pick just a number, and if you can do this, recharge card is waiting for you.
Yes.
Fine recharge, sweet one, not.
She says sweet one.
It's sweet.
I've not licked it before, but I haven't tasted it. I have not licked it. I've not dipped my fingers in it, nothing at all. But she says it's sweet, so.
But then we're also throwing back to Style Plus, D'banj, and Duncan Mighty. So the questions will be coming, from
these people.
From these people. So call us up 0817 0000951 or 0810 9510951. What is your favorite song of Two-Face, Baba?
You're not asking them the question.
Dibia? No. They are going to sing it now. You tell me his favorite song and then you sing it for me.
Yeah.
For us.
So let me sing my own.
Yes, now.
I love
Wait, let me take this call. Wait, first.
Just keep my vibe.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Promise.
Yeah, Promise.
All right, Promise, go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Number...
Wait, first. Which of Two-Face's song is your favorite?
What?
Two-Face's song, Two-Face Dibia, Baba. Which of his song is your favorite?
African Queen, all time.
Oh, yeah, sing it for us now.
Okay, you're my African Queen. You get love my dream. You make something like that.
And it's your favorite song.
Two-Face did not say something like that anyway in that song.
Bam, promise. You have fall my hand.
The guy said
my favorite song of all time.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that.
My heart is broken.
My heart is break.
Sing it for us, Trace.
Oh, yes.
No melody, no nothing. Just saying, I'm African. The guy love my dream. What is that?
And you want to wink something like that.
Sing.
You make my heart go ting-a-ling-a-ling.
Hold on. Wait, this person should come and sing it.
You're just killing my vibe.
Hello, good morning.
I don't like this, man.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Japheth. I'm calling from Abua area.
Okay. All right, Japheth, go ahead. Which of Two-Face's song is your favorite?
My favorite is Ifana Ibawa.
Hey,
wait. If I did not detect to first of all, is 0. But then go ahead, sing the song.
Sing it.
All right. I'm coming out straight this time. I'm coming out with a little of my own kind of peace of mind. I'm doing it my way this time. Like I'm not gonna bore you with a fleecy kind of peace of mind. To put your cushion, sit back, relax, and listen. There's introduction. Me, myself, and my mission. My vision is to let you all see there is more. There's life. They're just taking up reality.
Baddest.
Congratulations.
In fact, I will talk to Two-Face to sign you to his record label. You can be doing an apprenticeship there.
Okay, so quick one. Pick a number from 1 to 4.
Okay, I'll pick 2.
Number 2. All right. Mention 5 old songs of Star Plus that you know in 5 seconds.
Your time starts now.
Let's go.
Star Plus. Hey, I can't remember.
It's okay. Don't worry yourself. Yeah, fail. Or you failed it.
Good.
But like,
but the
guy did it. I'm coming out straight this time. I'm coming out with a little of my own kind of piece of rhyme. Yeah, I'm doing it my way this time. Like I'm not gonna bore you with some fleazy kind of piece of rhyme.
Trace wants to show off. I disagree. Hello.
Bad Billy.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is
All right, Donatus, go ahead. Two-Face's song that is your favorite. Which one?
Yeah, Rainbow is my favorite.
Rainbow, sing it for us.
Okay. Ever since I left you, I've been to hell and I'm back. I'm to be I want to give it on my body and so this time I want to give it to the kiss to all I got. You're my star. You're my rain.
Each time I give you, what did you say? But you tried. You tried.
Not to laugh.
But he tried. No, come on. Like, yeah. That's a brother trying to be romantic. It's not easy.
Okay, Donatus, question number 2 has been taken. I have 1, 3, and 4. Pick one.
Okay, give me number 1.
Number 1. All right, mention 5 old songs of Two-Face that you know in 5 seconds, and your time starts now.
One of my brother is African Queen, and
Time up!
Bob, you failed it. But there's no song like My Brother Is. Like, Two-Face no get any My Brother Is song, like, you know.
That was quite funny. Trace me, I'm coming to you. Chill, you sing. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. This voice,
I'm Bob. I'm calling from.
Okay, Bob.
All right, Bob. Go ahead. Two-Face's song that is your favorite.
If love is a crime.
All right, sing it for us.
Yeah, let's go.
There's been a lot of toasting. A lot of guys have been up to her, but she thought she was waiting.
Okay.
For the one that God will send to feel a kind of craving, a special kind of loving. When love's to understanding. Come rain, come shining.
People say
that you wanted more than a Mr. Right. Oh, that you wanted was a man that's Mr. Right. Special fool for being up and tight.
It's good luck to be fight. Special kind of guy. Had to come by. Yes.
Bob,
the kind of guy I want to be my wife. Bob, MJ loves you now.
Oh my God, you just made my mind.
That's what happens when you're romantic. Men will not hear. Men will not hear. Sing Two-Face, the girl will love you.
Okay, Bob. So I have question number 3 and 4 left. Pick one.
Give me number 4.
Number 4. In 5 seconds, mention 5 old songs of Duncan Mighty that you know, and your time starts now.
That's serious.
You don't feel before we start.
Time. My heart is broken. After I've hyped and given you love,
you breaking my heart.
I take half of the love back.
What?
Trace, let me put you on the hot spot.
On the hot spot, like really?
Yeah, hot set. In 5 seconds, Trace, mention 5 songs of rugged man that you know.
Why would you buy me like that?
What is it now? Mention it. Your time starts now. Let's go.
I can't like Bakwatik Bokbo.
I can't like. What is that? There's no song like I can't.
No, like there's Bakwatik Bokbo now. Okay, that's Koleye. Like the songs that
your time have expired.
I can't do for rugged man. Like rugged man, I have to take my time and calculate. Like
my heart is broken.
I don't understand.
My heart is broken, but it's fine. So I have one last person, and if you can guess this person correctly, I think I might just give recharge card right now. This person, Trace loved this particular artist so much.
Ooh,
like when I mean so much. If you can guess this one, hey, I will love you too. And we lost that one. So keep the calls coming. 0817 00951 or 0810-951-0951. Call us up and tell us which of Two Faces song is your favorite. You have to sing the song for us and then answer a question to win a recharge card on the show. Hello, good morning.
Ow.
What's happening? Hello.
Like this, we go day.
Now, let's get the day. Hello.
Today, my name is Bright.
Bright.
Hi,
Huh?
Bright.
All right, you're welcome.
So, which of Two Faces song is your favorite?
I just African Queen.
African Queen. My brother.
Okay.
Ngwano, sing for me. I'm an African Queen. Let's go.
We're listening.
Yeah. You're my African Queen.
Glim.
Girl of my dream.
Mm.
You take me out of me.
Mm-hmm.
You make my eyes running.
Oh,
You are my African Queen.
Uh-huh.
Girl of my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You remind me of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that is African music.
Oh, yeah, do the verse. The song started with the verse, so yeah, start the verse.
The verse.
Yes, now, the song started with the verse now.
Like the sun,
Uh-huh.
light of the light of my life.
Yes.
The only one I ever see with a smile so bright. And just yesterday, you came around my way. You came my whole way with your astonishing beauty.
Regardless, you tried.
This is a very wicked boy.
But you did good. I mean, anybody can do the chorus. Like, the chorus is just like a few words. Like,
we
you
were
know,
wrapping
and you
up the
repeat the
show
word.
with straight singing for us. But
What am I singing?
quickly, we have one last question for you
Oh, yeah,
in
take
5
I don't want
seconds.
to take your time now.
Answer the question.
Okay, answer the question so you can win our recharge card. Are you good?
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
in 5 seconds, mention 5 old songs of the band that you know, and your time starts now.
Fall in love. Listen.
Your time is already
Your
up
time is
now.
up. What you think?
You took like 2 seconds to think for the first one.
Exactly.
And then the second one, you were like, yeah. But you were cool that you tried.
Okay. Trace, sing for me, African Queen, from the beginning.
Why would I start from the beginning?
Listen, for those of you that who do
African
not
Queen
know.
is not my favorite Two Face song.
Okay, which one is?
Like, let me go through my mind. There's a lot of Two Faces song I love.
As you're thinking, let me hear from this person.
Yeah, from that
Hello.
person.
Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good morning. What's your name?
My name is Ken.
Ken.
Yes.
You want
We
to?
can barely hear you, man.
I want to beg for a favor from you guys, please.
Okay.
This song by the ballad. I think
Two Faces song, which of them? Okay. I think I know what he's talking about. Two Faces' first album. There's a song. Thank you. I can't remember the title now.
What's the title of the song? So play.
I think you know it's in Idoma, like we can't get there. But I know the song you're talking about, though. A hopeful play on the show.
All right, so before we
Hopefully.
wrap things up, Trace is going to be hitting us
Hey!
up. You know, he loves Two Face so much. He loves the band so
My
much.
favorite people all time.
And he
time.
is going to do a song for us. So, Trace, you were supposed to be thinking which of Two Faces song is your favorite. Are you browsing lyrics?
No, now for what now?
Ah, God,
But-
don't pull my leg.
Yeah, your leg is already on the ground. There's nothing to fall.
Let's go. Do this,
But like,
baby.
I think I love Only Me. Like I love that song a lot.
Okay, let's go.
If those say not just me, I'll be living like I don't care. Leave my life unto nobody there. If not just me, I'll be doing anyhow. Cause nobody go fit there to challenge me. Nobody supernatural, just like the spirit of the carnival. Your personality, no matter at all. Originality, I make us all. I sing for all
All
y'all.
y'all.
Don't let anybody push you to the wall. A community, now I make us tall. Secret society, now I make us fall. I don't want to be sounding like a preacher at all. Don't want to be too like, yeah, Sabi pastor.
You don't do.
I know some be everybody Sabi play ball. But the rest of compatriot is Nigeria call.
Trace is okay.
So make you just do your thing, make I do my thing, live and let it be instead of to be feeling like a king on top and nothing. Stop the bragging on top, the posting because everything a vanity vanishing.
When you give children spoon, they will now want to carry everything. You want to feed them. They want to hold the spoon and feed themselves. This is what Trace is doing. Small opportunity. You want to show off
but we love to face. We love to face.
Like, why are you like this?
We love to face.
Anyway,
I will love the band.
I am a Port Harcourt girl.
So
Duncan Mighty.
Wait, no, but you know that Duncan Mighty's first song.
Hold on.
Oh, hit of all time.
Leave it.
Oh, yeah, sing it now.
I'm not singing. I want to play it and wrap up the show.
It.
What news comes up next? You don't have time. Me. You can just.
Party just the wire.
Recap comes up at 6:35. Of course, recharge card to give away on the show. Do well to check me out on all of my social media handles, all at Majesty Samson.
And for me, all my social media handles, it's love.trace, love.treys on every platform.
And we wrap things up with Duncan Mighty. He calls this one Hustlers Anthem. Enjoy it.
Pan one music.
Visit more Nigeria, anytime, anywhere.
It's now Hustlers Anthem, Port Harcourt Fest and
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered on air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good afternoon, and this is the World News on your premium talk radio Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Ifeemi Andrew. On the headlines, President Muhammadu Buhari sacks head of service Winifred Ekanem Oyo-Ita. Protesting women demand urgent action from Rivers State government and police over persistent killing of women in hotels. IPAC calls for scrapping of state electoral commissions. And on the foreign scene, bomb blast kills at least 10 people in southern Afghanistan. And now, the details. President Muhammadu Buhari has sacked his head of service, Winifred Ekanem Oyo-Ita. The president subsequently approved the appointment of the permanent secretary, Ministry of Petroleum Resources, Fola Shade Yemi Esan, as the acting head of the civil service of the federation with immediate effect. President Buhari has, in a bid to ensure stability in the federal civil service and effective delivery on the 9 priority areas of the administration, as well as the mandates given to the new ministers, also approved the extension of the tenure of 7 retiring permanent secretaries for a period of 1 calendar year with effect from 1st of October 2019. In the meantime, he sacked his head of service, Oyo-Ita, and has been directed to proceed on an indefinite leave to allow conclusion of the investigation being carried out by EFCC. And Yoruba social cultural group Afenifere has said political permutations ahead of the 2023 general elections are already playing out in the presidency. Afenifere alleged that from the look of things, Vice President Yemi Oshibajo's office has been rendered useless, impotent, and irrelevant. Spokesman for Afenifere Yinka Udumaki in an interview with the media said the group is watching as events unfold. It may be recalled that the economic management team led by Vice President Oshibajo was dissolved on Monday and replaced with an advisory council that would report directly to President Muhammadu Buhari. Meanwhile, the presidency has dismissed claims that President Muhammadu Buhari has sidelined his vice president, Professor Yemi Oshibajo. This comes on the heels of heightened speculations following the inauguration of an economic advisory team to replace the economic management team, which was headed by Professor Yemi Oshibajo. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, while speaking during a television program monitored from Port Harcourt, dismissed false claims of discord and maintained that the presidency remains one, just as blamed some individuals who were bent on driving a wedge between the president and his vice for always reading meanings into everything. He further added that all the president had done with decisions, particularly this week, was just to tweak governance in order to get the best for Nigerians. And the Federal House of Representatives has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to caution members of the Federal Executive Council against disregarding invitations by the National Assembly. Speaker of the House of Reps, Femi Gbajabiamila, stated this following the refusal of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, to honor his invitation to brief the lawmakers concerning xenophobic attacks in South Africa. Gbajabiamila, as one government, the primary function of the National Assembly is to serve the interest of Nigerians.
Into the provisions of Section 68 and Section 88 and Section 89, and I'll be discussing further with Mr. President on this issue. I think respect is reciprocal. If the House invites any member of the executive in our pursuit of happiness for all, then I think that should be respected.
Meanwhile, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has pledged that the House will ensure that Nigerians get adequate supply for the electricity they pay for. Gbajabiamila made the promise when he received the management team of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, during a courtesy call in his office in Abuja. The Speaker stated that it was the responsibility of the House of Representatives to make life easy for the citizens and assured that it would address the challenges being faced by Nigerians by giving adequate attention to the practice of estimated billing by electricity distribution companies, DISCOs. He further added that the Green Chamber will soon come up with a law that would put a stop to the practice of estimated billing. In related development, the Nigeria Governors Forum has also pledged to partner with the Transmission Company of Nigeria to improve power supply across the country. The chairman of the forum and governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, who announced this while reading the communique of the forum meeting held last night in Abuja, said the governors received a presentation by the TCN at the meeting which highlighted issues around inadequate transmission and sought governors' commitment to improving power in the country. And now the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Air Peace Airline, Alan Onyema, has told the House of Representatives that he never expected to receive a recommendation for a national award. Onyema was invited to the Green Chambers and recommended for a national award after he used his airline to freely evacuate Nigerians from South Africa following the recent xenophobic attacks on Nigerians and other foreigners in the country. The Air Peace boss thanked the lawmakers for the honor, adding that his actions were spontaneous and he would do anything to evacuate even a single Nigerian. And now this report says Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Muhammad, will next week Monday swear in 38 new senior advocates of Nigeria at the main courtroom of the Supreme Court. The swearing-in ceremony is one of the several programs lined up to commence the 2019-2020 legal year of the Supreme Court of Nigeria. As part of the event marking the new legal year, Chief Justice of Nigeria will deliver a State of the Judiciary address to highlight the performance of the Supreme Court and the Nigerian judiciary. And indications have it that bank customers will now be paying more for point-of-sale POS transactions. This follows the directive by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, on the unbundling of merchant settlements amount. The directive, which was contained in a circular signed by CBN Director, Payment System Management Department Sam Okojere, authorized banks to unbundle merchant settlement amounts and charge applicable taxes and duties on individual transactions as stipulated by regulators. According to the new policy, stamp duties payment on individual transactions will now occur on POS rather than previous plans where charges occurred on aggregate transactions. If you just tuned in, you're listening to the World News here on Today 95.1 FM, your premium talk radio station. After the break, more stories, foreign stories, and sports news. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. And now to more stories. The River State Governor Nyesom Wike has said open shops will be provided for traders who were chased off the streets of Port Harcourt. Governor Wike disclosed this during the commissioning of the newly constructed Rumowoji Market at Mile 1, Port Harcourt. He said that acquiring spaces in the market will be fair and open, adding that the market will be managed by a committee to be set up by River State government.
So, the man who came to the address here said my one market, he knows where my one market is. This is Rumowoji Market. I'm going to set up a management team that look after this market. If Port Harcourt local government wants to, just come and see us and then tell us that and pay us back some of the money that we spent. There will be free balloting of this market. Free balloting. If you get it, you take it, it's your business. But if you don't openly here, I have provided another space. If you look down there, we have bought some properties and we have bought it down. We are going to build another market there to take mostly those who have been trading on the road.
Our correspondent reports that the Rumowoji Market was commissioned by the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum and Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi. And now some women have called on all relevant authorities to act on the strange killing of young women in cheap hotels in River State. The women, who were all clad in black, made the demand during a protest against the persistent killing of young ladies in the state. The leader of the protesters, Rita Marley, demanded an apology from police for allegedly describing murdered victims of the serial killer as prostitutes, while others, including Ibim Seminitari and Eugene Abel, said government must be sincere about ending insecurity in the state.
We are saying that a thorough, unbiased, and speedy investigation by the police should be looked into in all the killings. That's the first one. We said a public apology should be made by the police regarding the statement they made. They said that all the women that are being killed are prostitutes. And we are saying that police should render a public apology. We're also saying that as mandatory that all hotels should have CCTV cameras.
As his mothers, as his wives, as his sisters, as his children. And we believe that if this does not stop, it can spread. If it doesn't stop now, it spreads. Today it is one woman, two women. It could be any of our daughters, it could be any of our siblings. We trust that government will do what it wants.
That as at July ending, civil society River State, we had captured about 147 deaths post-election. We are here today to call for support for the security agencies in River State.
Responding to the demands of the women, Secretary to the State Government Tammy Danagogo said Governor Nyesom Wike is deeply concerned about the disturbing trend.
I can assure you that the governor is heavily concerned. Personally, I am heavily concerned. Yeah. We have held several Security Council meetings with all the security agencies in the state and discussed what should be done. Most of the issues you talked about, like cameras, CCTVs, proper documentations, all that have been taken into consideration.
Our correspondent Frida Lerache reports that 77 non-governmental organizations in River State, including Women in Rotary and Nigerian Association of Women, as well as men, participated in the protest. Meanwhile, Commissioner of Police in River State, Mustafa Dandara, has announced the arrest of another suspect linked to the murder of young women in the state. CP Dandara, who was speaking with protesting women, said the suspect was arrested while trying to strangle a girl at a hotel in Port Harcourt. On the demand for an apology from the command, CP Dandara said his comment about prostitution is misconstrued.
For a middle-aged man, so to say, we now asked them what happened. The lady said that he took her and booked that hotel room, and in the night while she was asleep, the man took a towel, wanted to strangulate her. So as she woke up, they started struggling, and she was shouting. That's what drew the attention of the people outside there. So in part, I just finished interviewing the suspect and the victim. This brought the total number of 3 suspects so far arrested. Earlier on, we announced yesterday that 2 were arrested and they are undergoing interrogation. Then this morning, we recorded another one. He's here with us. I just finished interviewing him, and the investigation continues. So we want to assure each and every one of you here that the command will not relent in their effort to see that this cultist group who are going around killing these innocent women are arrested and brought to book.
CP Dandara had told the media that 8 victims have so far fallen into the hands of the suspected serial killers. And now the sole administrator of the Rivers State Waste Management Agency, Ruwama, Felix Obua, has renewed his call on people of the state not to dispose of their waste, gutters and other water channels to avoid blockage of water channel, which resultant effect would cause flooding in the state. Obua made the call in a statement by his media aide and said the call was premised on the listing of Rivers State by the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency, NIHSA, among 13 states that will witness heavy flooding in the coming weeks. He said it's regrettable that flooding incidents are manifesting just as predicted by the NIHSA because people failed to heed the warnings issued by the agency before the onset of flooding season in the country. Obua said the situation calls for collaborative efforts by residents across the 23 local government areas to ensure that the state is not caught up by the impending flood disaster, and also charged Rivers people to ensure that their gutters and other water channels are regularly cleared of waste. The Ruwama boss noted that the agency had often warned residents and those doing business in the state to adhere to environmental rules by not throwing garbage into the gutters and other waterways, as these would impede the free flow of water. And INEC has closed their defense at the Rivers State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal without presenting any witness. Our correspondent reports that counsel to INEC, Garba Tentengi, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria, informed the court that the commission is satisfied with the presentation of other parties and will not field in any witness. Our correspondent Uchendu Jowo reports that the 3-man panel led by Justice Kingsley Ojiakora adjourned till today for Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike to open his defense. And the controversy surrounding the issue of oil mining lease, OML 25, in Kula Agricultural Local Government Area of Rivers State has been finally resolved by the federal government. This follows an agreement reached between oil giant Shell, indigenous oil company Belema Oil, and the federal government for operations at the oil well to resume in the next 10 days. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, while signing the agreement, appreciated all the parties, stressing that the step signified the beginning of a new chapter in the industry, adding that the biggest beneficiaries of the agreement were not the companies, but the communities, especially those in Belema who had been suffering since the beginning of the dispute.
It's not just losses from pipelines, but we also consider as loss to the country assets that can be produced that for some reason are just bogged down by all kinds of legacy issues and are not being produced. So we will ensure that all production, every asset that can be produced will be produced during this.
Earlier, Group Managing Director of NNPC, Melek Yari, said the development was a big achievement for the corporation.
For this period, and a number of disruptions that are going on, including the social life of the members of those communities. For us, that's the most important element of this dispute to resolve, so that these communities can have their lives back and we can restore peace and development to these communities.
Managing Director of Shell, Osagio Sumbo, said the company will launch extensive projects that will better the communities.
We hope with the spirit of the agreement we have reached, they will peacefully vacate the facility so that petroleum operations can resume. And to the benefit, because when there's operations in the communities, there are jobs, there are contracts. We have also an extensive community development efforts to launch. So we hope we can engage many of the people in the community, and including those who are presently occupying the facility.
The issue concerning OML 25 had been raging, with women from the host communities occupying the platform in protest against Shell's refusal to divest operatorship to Belema Oil. Meanwhile, the founder of Belema Oil, engineer Tane Jack Rich, has called for peace amongst the host communities of the OML 25 following the resolution of the dispute which led to the shutdown of the flow station in the area since 2017. Jack Rich, who made the call when he visited the communities in Akokotoro local government area of River State, thanked the people of the three host communities of Belema, Ofonyama, and Ngeje for their support in bringing about the resolution of the crisis, and promised to bring development to the area, and also pledged to bring reconciliation to all aggrieved parties in the various communities.
I will not, for any reason, try to isolate those that said the community should not develop. I should also pledge that I will ensure that opportunities are created for all sons and daughters of Belema communities, of Myanmar communities, and the entire Kula Kingdom.
Also reacting to the resolution of dispute on the operation of the OML 25, the spokesman of the Kula Supreme Council of Traditional Rulers, Alabo Fiala Okoye Davis, thanked the federal government and the NNPC, Shell, and other parties involved in the reconciliation process, and promised that they would justify the opportunity given the founder of Belema Oil.
On behalf of the Ofonyama, Ngeje, the Lema community, and the entire Kula Kingdom, we are seizing the opportunity to thank our president, our amiable president, President Muhammad Buhari, for the kind gesture and the opportunity he has given to our son, Engineer Tane Jagrish, president and founder of Belema Oil Producing Limited. And you can see, and we know that it is going to be a litmus test for us, and we believe that Belema Oil is poised to deliver.
In a separate reaction, the spokesman of Pan Nanjadota Forum, Anab Saraigbe, described the resolution as a new beginning for the region. He further thanked God for the peaceful resolution of the dispute over the OML 25, and also appreciated the efforts of Chief Edwin Clark, who, according to him, led the entire Niger Delta to support the cause, the sons and daughters of the Kula Kingdom for their patience and resilience in the struggle, and other stakeholders who contributed towards the peaceful resolution.
I will first of all give the glory to the Almighty God who has made it possible. After God, I will give thanks to Chief Edwin Clark, who led the Niger Delta to support this cause. And I will also to give thanks to all the sons and daughters of Kula who stood by this cause. Finally, I will thank the GMD of NNPC, the Minister, the DPR, the NAPIMS, and the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation, and Physical Commission for their support in enabling us getting through with this success.
And now the Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria has called for the scrapping of state electoral commissions in the country, accusing them of being undemocratic and controlled by state governors. President of the council, Peter Ame, made the observation during a press briefing where he blamed poor economic development at the grassroots level on the poor funding of local governments. Ame said if local authorities have autonomy, it will be easy to hold them accountable. The council also asked for a national electoral reform conference to review Nigeria's electoral process, adding that they will support the National Assembly on any moves aimed at granting financial autonomy to local governments in the country. And now on the foreign scene, a bomb blast outside a hospital in southern Afghanistan has killed at least 10 people. This occurred when Taliban militants detonated a truck packed with explosives in front of the medical facility. According to local media reports, many of the victims in the attack were doctors and patients. Meanwhile, the Taliban have said the attacks were targeted at government intelligence officers close to the hospital. And from sports, former president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Kojo Williams, has demanded that the embattled Amaju Pinnick-led executive board quit for Nigeria football to move on. Massive corruption probes of the NFF are reported to be ongoing by all three anti-graft agencies, ICPC, EFCC, and SPIP. ICPC sealed 15 properties belonging to Pinnick and other senior NFF officials, namely Shehu Diko, Ahmed Yusuf, and Mohammed Sanusi. Williams said he believes the anti-corruption agency must have got enough facts to carry out the action, adding that in any serious nation, all of them would have taken the back seat. And now to end the news, is a summary of our major stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has sacked the head of service, Winifred Ekanem Oyoita. Protesting women have demanded urgent action from River State government and the police over persistent killings of women in hotels. We also told you that the Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria has called for the scrapping of the state electoral commissions. And on the foreign scene, you heard that a bomb blast has killed at least 10 people in southern Afghanistan. And that was the news, edited by Emmanuel Okoro. For comments and inquiries, please call 0815-341-8657 or 0814-434-3502. You can send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com and read our stories online at www.todayfmlive.com. And that's our package for you for the hour. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Ifeemi Andrew.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Over the years, one comedy show has shown consistency in providing back-to-back entertainment, creativity, and comedy experiences across Nigeria and beyond. It's AY Live in Port Harcourt, the next level edition, featuring I Go Die, Gordons, I Go Save, Akbararo, The Stalker, Arinze Baba, Advisor, and lots more. Venue, Aztec Acom Arena, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt. Date, Sunday, 29th of September 2019. Time, red carpet 6 p.m. and show starts at 7 p.m. Tickets regular 5,000 Naira, VIP 10,000 Naira, silver table 300,000 Naira, gold table 1 million Naira. Tickets are available at Port Harcourt Mall, all Kilimanjaro, Market Square, Sweet Tooth Confectionaries, all Pepperoni Fast Food, The Box, Red Coral Restaurant, Jevenick Restaurant, Swiss International, Theme House Cinema, and Genesis Cinema. Get your tickets online at www.aylive.tv, ariaticketing.com, nairabox.com, or call 0803-746-6865 or 0805-222-0344. AY Live in Port Harcourt is packaged by Larry Maku Events and TB Entertainment. Proudly supported by FIRS. Media partners, Today FM.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM. To copy this tune, press 9.
This is Today 95.1 FM.
For current news and information, press 5.
They are politicians, all of them. They know what they do.
So they know how they attack each other.
To stay connected all day, press 1.
The person who raised the name is the public know about.
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News on your Premium Talk Radio station.
We are your Premium Talk Radio station. Today 95.1 FM, the station with a unique dial.
So 27 minutes past 12 o'clock is what the time is. If this is Today 95.1 FM, your Premium Talk Radio station. My name is Andrew. And, well, thank you for staying tuned up till this moment. And it's a good thing you did, actually, because we're about to talk about money. We talked about making this money yesterday with a fine gentleman with us in the studio who is holding a seminar here in Port Harcourt on e-trading and investment. And this seminar is one that will teach you how to make money, show you those opportunities available, and bring them to your knowledge. His name is Petrus Okegbu. He is a financial market analyst, an e-trader, investor, trader, and trainer. He's also a member of the Chartered Market Technician Association and holds a level 5 diploma from the London School of Trading UK. Thank you very much, Petrus, for coming again.
Yeah, good afternoon out there. Thanks for having me.
I just realized that at the time I finished going through all of the things that you carry, like we finished the whole time. But yes, yesterday you were here and we talked about this summit that you're having and the exposition that it's all about. And a lot of people, yes, need to get this information and know how to make money, know how to get on the e-trading platform and, you know, make something for themselves on the side and not just depend on, you know, salary and the monies that perhaps somebody gives them as handouts.
Yes.
So the benefits of this particular training is training or summit is what we need to know, because I feel like a lot of people still don't have adequate information about what they stand to gain being a part of this. So if you don't mind.
All right. Thank you so much. I like the way when you open your speech, you said a lot of this seminar people can get how to make extra income. Now, the e-trading investment summit, every participant is going to have a lot to benefit because it's a summit that's going to teach you how you can create a passive income or a new income stream of income for yourself.
Okay.
Now, I've said it before that you and I know that every day we go out, maybe if you're doing something in cycle, every day wake up, go to work. If you wake up, go to work. There's no how finances can change. There are a lot of things that have dependence on our finances that enables us not to be able to save a little. So what we're trying to tell people that why not look for alternative ways you can earn extra income for you to get a financial safety, not financial freedom yet, but safety. Now, we're trying to bring e-trading, electronic trading, being something that is less capital intensive that everybody can do using the tools at their disposals, something like their mobile phones, laptop, and all those things. So what I'm going to tell them about this e-trading, because the benefit there is like if you've been working before and you've been, know that you'll not be meeting, e-commerce has not been growing, and you need to grow, you need to achieve a lot. You have a lot of school fees, you have expenses on your head. So you need to diversify and try to create a new stream of income. The whole economy of Nigeria is about diversification. Everybody's diversifying. So why not wake up from a slumber and diversify? Now, if you look at the rich men in the world, all the rich men you know, all the listeners to me now, every rich man you know, none of them has single source of income. They all have multiple sources of income. That is why they are staying rich. So we are the way we are because we've decided to be every month at the end of the month, we get salary. And we have to get away from that point of at the end of the month, depending on the end of the month before we can make any other, do whatever we want to do with money. So this summit creates opportunity for everybody, regardless of your status. Your corporate workers, your merchants, everything you're doing, as far as you're more than 18 years, to give you opportunity to learn how to make money. Now, the name e-trading is electronic trading, which means it's kind of internet trading.
Okay.
Now, millions of Nigerians have access to internet. In Port Harcourt here, a lot of guys can have access to internet. But every day in Port Harcourt, I hear a lot of poverty. Government are doing the best, but you need to take the boom by the horn. You have Android phone, but what do? You are connected to internet. What do? Do you always spend your time, your money, and your data surfing the net, just looking at WhatsApp status, uploading pictures? Yes, I'm not saying they're bad, but what I'm trying to, the people that build those platforms never built it just, they have a business center behind it so that whatever you're using it, they're making money. So all I'm telling you, why not leverage on that? You can, the same asset, the same time you spend on the internet doing all those things, you can use it to learn about e-trading and start making money. Now, for business entrepreneurs who have been looking for a way to diversify their business. Now, the beauty about the e-trading is that it's not going to make you stop what you're doing already, but it creates a new, you can make money to also fund what you're doing. So even for NYC Corp members who are out there looking for ways, they're waiting for a job, but they want to earn extra income. They need to be useful for themselves. They need to wake up and say, okay, I can't just depend on anybody. When the job comes, fine, but I need to start earning a living. So the e-trading is the best thing that's happened to everybody. It's going to happen to everybody in Port Harcourt at this event because it's totally free. You have to come and learn how you can use your mobile phone, how you can set yourself aside, set yourself financial safety, create new stream of income for yourself. This is something that is being done all over the world. Now, we did this thing last time in Port Harcourt, and it was thousands of people call us telling us, guys, Mr. Petro, you guys need to come back. This is Ember month. I need to make it before December. So if you're listening to me now, if you want to, and you know that finances are not telling you, you don't make your financial target, don't feel that the year has gone. We have like 3 more months to go. The e-trading summit is there to teach you. Madam, I don't need you to be gone in Beijing capital intensive something. It's something you can use on your phone with a few money, small amount of money, money, you can start earning income. That's what about.
Very interesting. You don't even need to